my loves, and welcome back to Love All Beauty. I cannot even believe it. It has been so long since I was sitting down here filming a video for you guys. There has been a lot that's been going on in my life over the last few months. I've been having some health issues. It's still ongoing, still going to the doctor and doing tests and all of that, but I am doing much better than I was just a couple months ago. But I appreciate all of your guys' patience with me and, you know, continued support. For today's video, I just wanted to do something kind of fun and easy, keeping it simple and using the makeup that we can just fit into like a regular makeup bag. So we're doing 10 products or less in basically 10 minutes or less. I really hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if it's something that you're interested in seeing, make sure that you give it a thumbs up, and you can follow me on social media on Twitter, Instagram to see how I got this face. Just keep watching. It is hot in here. So I already prepped my face. I put on my moisturizer and my sunscreen. So the idea behind this makeup is it's kind of like a quick go-to makeup when you don't really have a lot of time, but you want to look put together and you don't want to use like a million products. Also good for traveling if you really don't have a lot of space and you want to bring a crap ton of makeup. Typically, if I'm not chatting and I'm not filming, then it doesn't take me very long. I would say maybe 10 minutes or so. So we'll see how quickly we can do this. A foundation that I have been enjoying lately is from Lancome. It's called the Skin Feels Good. It's an SPF 23 and it's a hydrating skin tint. I just do what I normally do and pump it on the back of my hand. I'm gonna move you guys in. I'm not really one to just kind of cake it on there. So I'm just gonna do the one pump, and then I like to, like always, spread it out in the back of my hand. This has a little bit of a fragrance to it, so if fragrance is something that you are sensitive to, just keep that in mind. I find that a lot of higher end foundations tend to put fragrance in their foundations, and I don't really know what that's all about. Some are better than others, let's just say. Dior, for example, is kind of known for really putting a lot of fragrance in their products. So when you're using a sponge, you tend to get a lighter coverage than if you were to apply with a brush. If I'm just doing a quick everyday look, then my main goal is to just even out my skin tone, right? And then I'm gonna go over, of course, with a concealer and add a little bit of extra coverage to the areas that I need. Like if I have a breakout, I have kind of some old breakouts, so I usually get hyperpigmentation, so that's when the concealer will come in handy. I'm using my usual, it's the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. This is in the lightest shade that they have. I've been kind of applying my concealer down a little bit, and then usually at the outer edges, because I do tend to have some discoloration kind of right in that area, but I don't really want to add too much. This blends out pretty well, so I'm just going to apply it, you know, the areas that I would need either more coverage to help with the redness, or areas that I may want to highlight. And I kind of always do my chin area a little extra just because that's usually where I have the redness. I'm going to go ahead and just start tapping that out. Feels so weird being back filming. I've kind of really just been going through it with my health, still going through it, still going to the doctor and doing all sorts of tests and things like that. So I don't really have any answers, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm hopeful that I will have some answers soon enough, and just keep being diligent with seeing the doctor and hopefully figuring things out. But you know, just for a long time I just wasn't feeling well enough to, you know, hardly get out of bed, let alone, you know, film and edit videos. I mean, there was a period of time where I definitely wasn't even wearing makeup, so I'm happy that I am at least well enough to do that. Just gonna kind of run my sponge over my eyelids here to even out that. So once we have everything blended out, before I go in with my powder, I'm actually going to be using something that I have been loving lately. This is the Rare Beauty cream blush in the shade Bliss. So typically when you're using cream products, you don't want to use cream products over top of powder products because a lot of time that can disrupt that base. So if I were to go in and set my makeup right now with translucent powder and then go in with my cream blush, then a lot of times you can get like splotchiness or something like that. So I always just apply any cream products prior to using powder products. Now this is one that I again apply just to the back of my hand here. It's quite pigmented, so a little goes a long way. And for this in particular, I'm going to be using a stippling brush, one like this. So I'm just going to go in and kind of just really get it into those bristles. And then I'm going to start just tapping that right into the cheeks. It's okay if you feel like it's looking a little too strong. I kind of am going to be applying it in an upwards motion, like how you would almost be applying your contour, because I'm not going to be doing any contouring and I'm not going to be doing any bronzer today. I like to go over the bridge of my nose, kind of go up here. This basically is just going to simulate, you know, you getting kissed by the sun basically. And this Bliss shade is really nice because it's quite neutral and not, you know, too dark, but, you know, not too pinky or red or anything like that. So once you're kind of satisfied with the placement of that, I'm going to go in and now set my makeup down, and I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, what I normally wear. Really pack that powder in underneath the eyes here, and that'll help with any creasing. And I'm going to go down and really pack that in to my smile lines right around the nose. Now that we've kind of concentrated that powder in there, not really baking or anything like that, I'm going to go in with just a larger, fluffier blush, or brush rather, and just dust that all over. This actually technically is a highlighter. This is the Laura Mercier Baked Radiance powder. I actually like to apply this not only as a highlight, but I kind of do it as an all over powder, just kind of lightly, because I think it really gives a nice glow to the skin. This isn't anything that's crazy blinding like a normal highlighter, so I really make sure I concentrate it on the areas that would normally kind of catch the light. So right up here on the forehead, you know, right here on the cheeks, down the center of the nose, Cupid's bow area, center of the chin, and then I'm just, once I'm done, won't get any more on the brush, and just kind of finish buffing it in to the face. I'm going to go in with some brows. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This is a cult classic eyebrow pencil. It's nice because it's quick, it's easy, tiny little pencil. You can use it to just kind of draw in hairs. I typically do my brows the same way, just underlining the bottom, adding a few hair-like strokes to the front, and then I really like to brush them up using the spoolie here to help that really blend in there. Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So for a quick and easy look, I like to choose an eyeshadow palette that's gonna have all of your neutrals in one, and it's gonna be easy to pack or carry around or something like that. And it can do not only just all over eyeshadow, but it can also provide shades that you can use for a liner as well. This is a really good palette by e.l.f. This particular palette is called Mad for Matte, and it's their Nude Mood palette. So sometimes I like to use an actual eyeliner, but in situations like this provides dark enough shades that you really could use it as an eyeliner as well. So let me grab kind of an all-over blending brush. This is a Morphe M330, and I'm gonna go in with this lightest shade here. It's kind of like a cream shade, and I'm gonna pop that on the entire lid because shades like this can really help to neutralize your eyelid if you've got any discoloration or anything like that. Then there's kind of a peachy brown shade in here, same brush, just gonna go all over. So I'm going to take this dark chocolate shade that's in this palette, and I'm going to use my little mirror down here. So basically you're going to be applying this dark shade as close as you can to the lash line. And then I like there to be a bit of a wing, so that's what I do. I do have a little bit of fallout going on, so I'm just going to use kind of a fluffy brush and wipe that away. We have the other eye lined. One thing to keep in mind when you are using these darker eyeshadows is sometimes it's helpful to tap off the brush because a lot of times you will get like a little bit of fallout going on. I use a black eyeliner pencil. This is a retractable one by L'Oreal, Le Liner Signature. And I will just do the waterline, kind of tight lining. And I find that that kind of adds a little bit of drama without really having to do the full eyeliner itself. But in this case, we can kind of just do both just to show you. So it just adds like a little bit of depth in there. And then we're gonna go ahead and curl our eyelashes and put on some mascara. I heard that Marc Jacobs Beauty is actually going under, which is kind of sad. I'm actually using their mascara today. So you can get this mascara for basically the price of a drugstore mascara, and it's super good if you like volumizing mascara. This is it. This is for you. This is the Velvet Noir mascara. And go down to my lower. A lip product that I love, it's kind of a perennial classic. This is the NYX Butter Gloss. This is a really good gloss to have on hand when you are doing these quick makeup looks because it's something you don't really have to have a liner, and it gives a little bit of pigment to your lips. This shade in particular is Cinnamon Roll. It's very much the Your Lips But Better vibe, which, who doesn't like that? I got a little bit of transfer of this mascara up by my eyebrows. You can wait for it to dry and then just use your spoolie and whack it away. And I'm gonna get a smaller little blender brush right here and just take kind of a lighter brownish shade and just blend that out. So good to be back filming. I am just so grateful for all of you guys' support, for subscribing and for the commenting and following me on social media. Really hoping that I'll get back to uploading on a regular basis. We'll see you next time. Bye!